everyone, I'm Kathy Dawson. Welcome to Can You Relate, Cleveland's relationship show. We have a full show for you today. We are going to be talking about the royal wedding. It's just around the corner. We're also going to be talking about how much do you and your mate laugh together, have fun together. And we're going to talk about Mother's Day and a Mother's Day makeover. But first, we are going to discuss how do you and your mate talk when you have to sell or buy a home. So let's get started. One of the biggest changes in life is when you have to buy or sell a home. And when you're in a partnership, communicating about that is crucial. I'm very excited because we have Mike McKeon here from Howard Hanna Real Estate. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And your wife Eileen has been coming on, and you're here today. And we're going to talk about how you and Eileen, because I think you work as a team on this, how you handle situations when couples are buying and selling homes. It's got to be tough.
It's sometimes difficult. Our job is to try to make it as easy as possible, reduce the stress. And
is it true that buying and selling a home is really up there on the stress?
Oh, definitely. I mean, you're basically talking about one of the biggest financial commitments that a person or couples are making in their life. So there's a lot of emotions and stress involved with that. So we try to, stay focused, keep the eye on the prize, and try to minimize the stress as much as possible, but not totally suppress all the emotions involved.
So people are watching, and I know they're going to relate to this. What is the most common situation where you feel you and Eileen have to get in there and really kind of help them out and communicate because they're starting to argue in front of you, okay?
Right. Well, the main thing, I think, is to make sure that people are on the same page, and it's incredible how many times they're not.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, we deal with couples that are not married, newly married, married for a long time, and all of the above still have their issues with communicating with one another and really being able to, define exactly what they're looking for in a house or in a sale of their house.
I find this so interesting because I don't know why, but I would think that by the time they get to you, where you're sitting down and you're negotiating an offer, that they kind of know what they want.
Well, you hope that they do, but very often they don't. So one of the things that we always try to do is have, an overview with our clients before we get to that point of sitting down to write an offer, because I've seen it happen numerous times where, people's emotions they're excited about buying a house, and then they're looking at a purchase agreement for the first time when they're filling in the blanks.
Oh boy.
And so it's, we try to make sure that people understand the whole process before they take the first step into it.
So go ahead.
Just so that we can try to help explain things that they may not understand before they actually are there at the threshold of having to,
well, one of my questions would be, is what can you tell people to look ahead for? What are some of the pitfalls that they can kind of smooth over, if possible, before they sit down with you guys?
Just to understand the process. If they're buying a home, they really need to kind of clearly define, amongst themselves first what they're looking for. Because very often what happens is people kind of, they confuse the wants and needs of a purchase like that. So we really try to get them to focus on what they need in a home, and then make a list of what they want in a home, but realize that there's probably going to be some compromise in there, and you don't want to really compromise for what you need, in place of what you want.
I see.
And stay focused on, making sure that your needs are met first, and then you can get as many of the things you want as possible. But
look at you. You're like a negotiator. You're like, it's Henry Kissinger. I mean, seriously, that's what this is like. Or a therapist, one of the two.
Well, it's probably a combination thereof.
And where do you take place with these conversations? I mean, where do you go to talk about this stuff?
Well, we try to get our clients to meet with us at our office, if at all possible, like a neutral situation.
Okay.
We sit down. We try to, build rapport with them. The main thing I believe that you need in a client relationship is trust. So we try to build their trust, and then we basically try to get their goals clearly defined, so that if they're clearly defined, then you can set up a strategy to meet those goals and
Okay.
do whatever you have to do, the steps along the way.
This isn't unlike what I do with couples, so I'd love to be a fly on the wall watching you two, but being able to clarify somebody's needs and wants and then coming to the middle is magic. So good job. Okay.
Thank you.
Buying a home is such an emotional thing. We've talked about this on the air before. And if you're in this situation or you're about to be, you might want to give Eileen and Mike McKeon a call at 216-233-6726 or go onto your website, which is themckeongroup.com. Thank you for coming on. Great information. And this is the season, so we need to be thinking about this.
That's right.
Stay tuned because we've got Relationship Roundup coming up next.
Up next, are you ready for the royal wedding? Our Relationship Roundup shares words of wisdom for William and Kate and all those walking down the aisle. And later in the show, hairstyles that are a cut above. We'll reveal secrets to taming your tresses.